Alright, so let's get started. My face has already been washed and moisturized, and in the event you hear any noise in the background, that's because it's a full house today, but I wanted to get a video out to you, so bear with me. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face with the Becca Evermatte Poreless Priming Perfector. Say that 5 times fast. And this is going to help matte out the shiny areas of my face, which for me is usually my forehead. But based off my video, I'm putting it all over my face. So I guess today I'm feeling very, very oily. Next, I'm going to do my eyebrows. And I'm going to use the famous Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color Chocolate. I'm going to go ahead and outline the bottom of my brow. And do the same with the top, trying to fill in the sparse parts of my brow. And it's okay to make some mistakes. If you see my last video, remember, no fear. So go ahead and fill in that brow. And just remember, you can make any changes at the end. Most importantly, blend that color in so your brows do not look intense. You want them to look as natural and beautiful as possible. Next, I'm going to go ahead with this Glow Minerals Under Eye Concealer that I purchased not too long ago. And I'm going to use it to highlight my brow and clean up any excess product that I no longer need. Then I'm going to take this NYX Love in Paris palette that I purchased recently, and I'm going to use my crown brush that I received in my Ipsy bag. I'm going to go ahead and use the shimmery brown color along with the dark matte chocolate brown, and I'm just going to pack the color on to the base of my eye. It's okay to pack on a little bit more than you'd like because you can always blend it out later. Did I say I have a full house today? Okay. Just in case you hear someone singing happy birthday and a child screaming, that's my son. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pack on this color a little bit more just so I can get the desired look that I'm looking for. I'm trying to get a smoky eye. Next, I'm going to go in with this reddish brown that I love, and I'm going to blend this into the crease of my eye. This is going to help show more of a transient color from one to the other. And my son thinks that's really funny. I'm going to do the same to my other eye. I'm going to pack on the shimmery brown with the matte chocolate brown on the base of my eye. And then I will add the red, the deep red chocolate, I guess you can say, to the crease of my eye. Then I'm going to go in and blend, blend, blend. I do need to get a better brush and learn how to blend a little bit better because you can see it's a process. But I'll get there because remember, I'm not a professional. I'm learning along with you guys. Alright, so keep on blending. And blending and blending and blending. Think that's enough blending? You might get tired of me saying the word blend in this video. Alright guys, I had to move to a much more quiet room because my son was driving me banana sandwich. Alright, so now I'm going to go back into my NYX Love in Paris palette. I'm going to choose a lighter shade. And again, this palette didn't have any names for the colors. So if you saw me point to it, that's the color I used. And basically, I'm going to use this light shade to help blend properly and to remove any harsh lines. There's nothing worse than a girl with harsh lines, whether it's tan lines or makeup lines. That's the most important thing with makeup, is always to blend because you want your makeup to look as flawless as possible. So now I'm going to go in and add a little more of that reddish chocolate shade just to the crease, because while blending I kind of took away a little bit of that smoky effect that I was looking for at the corner of my eye. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a little bit more and then blend a little bit more. I know if you guys decide to go ahead and start collecting money for all the times I say the word blend, you'll probably have like 10 bucks by the end of this video. Alright, so now that that's done, I'm going to clean up the excess with my finger. Didn't have my wipies on hand, so I just went ahead and used my fingers. And now I'm going to put on my foundation. I'm going to use HD Makeup Forever in ND 127 and True Match Sun Beige W6. I'm going to put these two on the top of my hand, mix them together, And then I'm going to apply that. It's taking me a little bit long to get this mixture together, but I'm going to go ahead and do so and mix them together so I can get the right shade. Right now I'm super white, so I need to mix 2 shades to get the right desired color. So I'm going to go ahead and use my finger and just add the product to my face. And then I'm going to use a Sigma brush, and I didn't quite get the number, but you can use any brush that you want, big fluffy brush. You could use a beauty blender, but right now I'm just going to go ahead and use my finger, and I'm going to apply this to my face, and then I'm going to go in with the brush, and I'm just going to blend that into my skin. And blend, blend, blend. I've been meaning to try there's a new foundation out that has a little more of a dewy finish to it. I only have an oily forehead, and sometimes I don't want that matte look. Sometimes I do want a little bit of a dewy look, so I'm looking into that. All right, next I'm going to go in to highlight my under eyes with Maybelline's Instant Age Rewind in the color Fair and Light. So I'm going to apply that in somewhat of a triangle shape. The worst triangle shape ever, but you get what I'm trying to do here. And then, just to accentuate the highlight a little bit more, once I've applied this shade, I'm going to go in. Come on, Nicole. Speed it up. All right, then I'm going to go in with the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer, and this is the color Light as well. And I'm going to take this just to accentuate my highlight a little bit more, just because the Maybelline Fair color wasn't as light as I wanted to, and I want more of a highlight under my eyes. And I'm going to go ahead and use my beauty blender, and I'm going to blend this through. Can I just say that I change up the way that I put makeup on all the time? Sometimes I use my beauty blender for foundation, sometimes I use my fingers, sometimes I use a brush. Like my routine changes all the time, and I think that's okay though. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this away as much as possible. Blend, 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 blend. All right, and now I'm going to use this B&B Beauty Balm Bronze Booster in the shade Light to Medium to contour my cheeks. So I actually just ordered the NYX contour palette because I think that that would be a little more beneficial to me in contouring. Right now I'm just using bronzers, and I tried doing the foundation, but I didn't quite like how it comes out. I think in powder form might be easier for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and contour where I want my cheekbones to stand out a little bit more. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Next, I'm going to use a blush from Milani called Coralina, and it's a baked powder blush. And I'm going to go ahead and apply this to the apples of my cheeks and extend it a little bit through the contour, so that way it can blend a little bit better, no harsh lines. And I do love a more peachy look to my face. I like to have a little bit more color on my cheeks. Lost my train of thought there. So I go ahead and add a little bit more just to make sure that I have the look that I want. And then I'm going to go in back with my NYX Red Chocolate, and I'm going to apply that to the under eyes. Since I want a smoky look, I'm going to go ahead and smoke out my lash line, since I'm not going to be wearing any eyeliner, and I'm also not going to wear any mascara. So I'm going to go ahead and smoke out my eye. As you can see, I'm talking to someone, and that's because all day today I haven't had any time to film in peace and quiet, but that's okay, because that's what iMovie is for. You can cut out all the parts you don't want. And editing is not fun, people. Alright, so like I said, I'm just going to go in and smoke my eyes as much as possible. and blend a little bit more. At this point, you can always, at least for me, I like to go back in, make sure that my eyeshadows look how I want it. So if I want more product, then I go ahead and add it on and blend it out. And next, I am going to add some highlight to my eyes. Actually, I'm sorry, to the cheeks. I'm going to use this highlighter I have from Mary Kay, and I'm just going to pack that on with my finger. And then I'm going to go in with my stippling brush from e.l.f. and I'm just going to blend that into my face. If I can find that stippling brush, why wouldn't I have it accessible? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and blend that highlighter into my face. And I love that glowy look. If I could have highlight literally all over my face, I totally would. I would shimmer my whole face. I love it. I don't know about you guys, but as you get older, you lose that shimmer unless you get like facials and you get microdermabrasion done. So at least speaking on my end, I have to add a little more shimmer to my face. I feel like my face is matting out, like I'm losing that dewiness. I guess that means I'm going to have to step up my face game and start changing up my products a little bit. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do after I've applied my highlight is I'm going to use a MAC lip liner in Spice. And I'm going to outline my lips because I am going to use my very favorite shade that I just received from Lime Crime. And I'm sure just by the look of this lip liner, you might be able to guess. You guessed it, none other than the Lime Crime Cashmere. It is absolutely one of my favorite lip stains that they have, and I think the shade is so gorgeous, specifically when it's paired up with a really great lip liner, which MAC has a lip liner called Stone that looks amazing with this shade. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on my lips. And now that my makeup's done, look at this hair. What are we going to do? Well, it's really oily, so I'm just going to go and iron I'm just going to iron the ends. I was going to iron all of my hair, but it makes no sense because I'm going to be wearing a beanie. So I'm just going to go ahead and iron the ends of my hair because it's doing that crazy flip, and I cannot go out with that crazy flip. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Now, hair and makeup is done. What to wear? Let's see. Snap it. And there you go. Alright guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. For all of those who have subscribed, thank you so much. And if you haven't, please do like and comment. See you later. Bye.